A year ago, I found a friend that was kind, full of love, and caring to me. Everything was going well. We started getting to know each other. But one night, it changed.
The incident happened a year ago. My mom and my dog was out for a walk, and after they came home, we started noticing something was wrong with my dog. She wasn't happy enough, she wasn't playing with us, she wasn't eating, she didn't drink water, and that's why we called off the vets immediately.
The poisoning symptoms, the dog starts salivating, trembling, and at the end stage falls down and starts the seizures. The strength of the symptoms is according to the freshness, let's say, of the bait and to the concentration. That means if there is a lot of poison and the bait is fresh, then the symptoms come earlier and are much stronger. And these are unfortunately the cases that many times we lose our patients, although we do our best.
We didn't call the police because we were sure that it wouldn't make any difference, because we've heard stories like that before, me and my family, and police didn't help after all to all those victims. And also my vet told us that they wouldn't help you, so we didn't notify because it wouldn't let my dog came back home. That's the reason.
So there are many factors that in Cyprus we have this problem with poisoning. There are many factors that attribute to it, or many factors that are the reason why we can't seem to stop this problem from happening. One of the biggest factors is, of course, the authorities. The municipality and the police that just simply don't do enough when dogs are poisoned. I've had clients who have had the dog poisoned and they've called up the police and they just wouldn't come.
Oh, people don't go to the police because there is no hope. I mean, nobody will expect it. I mean, we expect them, but the chances are the police will not be doing investigation to find out who did this. The police is stretched with its duties, and I think it's extremely low in their priorities to do this. One way or the other, it rarely gets investigated to find who is responsible.
It was Christmas and my father went for a walk with the dog. Her name is Karma. And he went for a walk with her. She ate something, and 2 minutes after she ate that thing, she started vomiting. She was on the ground. She started panicking. She wouldn't even bark.
The common poisons are organophosphoric poisons or other stuff used in the agriculture, which are hidden in baits, most of the time in something which dogs love to eat, like meat, mincemeat.
People putting nails or glass in foods, like sausages or pieces of chicken, so that the dog ingests it and it causes him problems in his stomach, which can finally kill him.
She wasn't that careful at the time. She wasn't that trained, so she could watch what she catches from the environment, what she smells, and what she eats.
A simple way to teach a dog not to drink poison would be with positive punishment, where if my dog tries to eat something, I punish it. But that's not a correct way to train any dog. So the way I help my clients train their dogs not to eat poison is we teach a dog not to pick up food off the floor. But that will work if you're there. If you're not there and you're letting your dog loose to run around the city, then naturally when he comes across any sort of food, he will eat it. Mostly the humans are the people who need the training.
The problem with the reforms is that nobody is doing anything. The legislation is not under discussion at the moment. They just withdrew it. There isn't the money to do any campaigns. There are all these dog pounds and the dog shelters that they have no money to operate, and they try to find donations and they try hard to keep their dog shelter running and asking for foster parents and stuff like that. It's a stressed situation.
Trainers, professionals, vets, pet shop owners and trainers are also to blame because of giving bad advice on how to train dogs, for example.
The last experience was about 2 weeks ago. Thanks God we managed to save the dog. It was a dog who went with his owner for hunting, and that's also something we meet nowadays during the hunting season or even before the hunting season. Local people put baits with poison around their village so that other hunters do not go and hunt in their areas.
Personally, I believe that those who poison dogs are an older generation than ours. People who have a different mindset, who've grown up in a different environment than we have. They basically don't know better, and poisoning a dog for them is something that isn't that bad, that they would do without a second thought.
The older generation, you'll find it rare to have any sensitivities towards animals. They lived a harsh life, so it might be expected. But I don't think that the care that we would like to see in people is missing only from the older generation. There are a lot of people that actually don't see the animals the way they should.
For me, it's a crime. It's a crime not only against nature, but it's a crime like a law crime. Like they have to go to prison for that.
The laws we have are good. We have very good laws in Cyprus, dog laws. It's the application of the laws that's the problem, because the police just don't apply them correctly.
It is true the government is not doing anything. It's the NGOs that do everything. They don't have no money, nothing. We don't actually give them real support. And I think it's high time, and I had a few meetings with them about that. I think politicians and government don't realize how many these people are. The people that actually take care of animals and they care about the animals. And I think it's high time that everybody got organized. We form a large NGO with so many thousands of members, because then you will be coming to Parliament and say, I represent this NGO with so many members and this is what we say. And that is the way to be heard. I'm working on this with other people. Hopefully, before the end of 2018, we will have a very powerful NGO to actually fight for animal rights.
I never thought it would happen to me, and I might feel like this. I lost it. After almost a year later, I'm still wondering why would someone want to kill Lucy? My puppy, my friend.